Now, once you get in there, you're going to have to tell Google, hey, you want access to your website. And you have to prove that you have rights to your website, okay? They don't want anybody to come in and be able to see what's going on or not going on anybody's website. So while you're logged in a Google account, you're going to go navigate to that Search Console welcome page is the best way to go. And if you're not logged in, you'll be asked, as we just saw, and then you'll be presented with these two options, domain or what's called the URL prefix. Let's talk a bit about that. First of all, once you get in here, you can begin what's called the verification process. This verification process is the way in which you can tell Google that you have the rights to look at this information. Now, you can verify all the URLs to your domain at once using that domain box, or you can verify each instance of your domain's URL prefix. This is what we used to do before the domain one was available. And the reason for this is that there are 4 different ways that you could possibly view your website. You can view it with or without the www, or with HTTP, or with HTTPS. So it could be HTTP ://www.mysite.com. Could be HTTPS :// or it could be HTTP // mysite.com without the www. So there's 4 different variations of the site, and you want to pick the one that you want best. Now, I like to use the domain wherever possible because this basically is a combination of all of the other 4 at once. So there are different times where you might be sending things to a www version, or other times where maybe someone's linking to the non-www version. There's lots of different reasons why this sometimes may happen or may occur. And so if you are going to use the URL prefix, always good to try to grab access to all 4 of them so you can see if there's anything going on in any one of them individually. If not, though, that domain one again will give you the best of all worlds. Now, if you're doing domain verification, I definitely recommend that as the best bet. You basically just enter the URL on the first screen, the way that you've got it, and then you follow the on-screen instructions to create what's called a DNS text record in your account. Now, what's nice about this is they do have many of the top hosting companies, right? So for example, if you are on GoDaddy, it's a really easy one for GoDaddy. You just pick GoDaddy from the list of domains. Let me see if I can get over there and show you one. So if I come in here, we'll say, let's add a property, get this, and we'll say, I'm just making up a company name here. There we go. Sorry, I'm saying you just put the domain name. You don't put the HTTP, just the domain name. Hit continue. And it comes up here and asks me, right, what record type I want here. Occasionally, it will ask you if you have a domain provider, since, like GoDaddy or Namecheap, something like that, and you can use that as well. If not, though, it's going to give you this question here. So notice that I'm not on GoDaddy with this URL. I'm not. And then once you do that, if you do want to set it up, you have to go into your domain provider, like a GoDaddy or a Namecheap, and go to your DNS and create what's called a text record, TXT record. Pretty easy to do. There's instruction how to do it. It's just a quick little item. You just take this, you copy this, paste it into this text record, and verify it. It may take a few moments to verify, up to a couple hours, just kind of depending. But once you go ahead and do that, you'll be able to access your Google Search Console information, okay? Now, if you don't have the domain name access, or maybe like for me, a lot of times we get granted access to someone's site, there's a few other ways you can go about doing that. There's actually 6 different ways total, right? If you're going to do the URL, like in this case here, you see http ://www.stevesco.com. So there are basically 6 or 5 other ways that are available for you to prove that you have the rights to view this information. Once you pick one of those, you hit verify to complete it, and you'll get access right away. So what are those 5 ways? Well, the first one is an HTML file, right? Basically, when you hit this button, Google will create an HTML file that you download. You see the task here. You download the file. You upload that file into the root directory of your domain. So you have to log into your account, upload a file to the root directory where your main index file is, your home file is. Just load it right up there. Once it's there, you just hit the verify button. Google will go out to your hosting account, see if you are able to upload that file onto your server. If you can, then it knows you must be, someone responsible for the website because you can upload photos onto the server. I'm sorry, not photos, files onto the server. If you do that, you're in and you're verified. An HTML tag is number two. When you go and open up this one, it will give you a unique meta tag, which you can see here. This one's got like a kind of a unique piece of code in there. You'd simply copy that whole area and you would plop that into the head area on your home page. If you're using WordPress, there's ways to do this easily. There's ways to edit the template. There's sometimes ways to add headers based on the themes that you're adding. But you just want to add this onto the home page's header. It's okay if it's in other pages too. But as long as it's on the home page, once you've added it and saved that, you go hit the verify button. Google will go out to your homepage, look to see if it can find that meta name with that specialty content on it. And if it finds it, well, it knows that you can make changes to the homepage. So it's going to grant you access, saying, "Hey, you're a webmaster, you have access to it." The third one is Google Analytics. This one is as long as you have Google Analytics installed, the most recent version installed, and you have rights, you must have edit rights to that Google Analytics property, well, then you'll automatically get access as well to the Search Console. The fourth one is similar to Analytics is Google Tag Manager. If you use Google Tag Manager to add and track your scripts and tags and other things, including Analytics possibly, well, as long as you have a managed permission for the tag manager and you're using the container snippet, it won't be a problem. And the last one, the fifth one, is that DNS record that we talked about, where you go in to your registrar like GoDaddy or Namecheap or Network Solutions or countless other ones, add a text record to your DNS using the information they give you. And any one of these things tells Google that you've got rights to the information for this website, and they are now going to give you the rights to look at all this stuff in your Search Console.